Hello, my name is John Spencer, and I'm the music instructor at the Keys to Fun Lesson Center located in Johnston, Rhode Island. Welcome to our third micro lesson, where today we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about playing chords. Let's get going. A question brought up at our studio very often is, why do you use electronic instruments? There's a few reasons for that, the least of which being that electronic instruments never have to be tuned. So you don't worry about having to go out and find a tuner and keeping the instrument in tune throughout its lifetime. You plug it in, you turn it on, and it's in tune. Another reason is that there are features on electronic instruments that allow you the opportunity not to do all of the work involved unless you'd like to. Today I've decided to play on an organ to show you how you can get away with doing a smaller amount of work if that's your desire. One of the benefits is that you can work on more music in a smaller amount of time, and it's not quite as frustrating. Now first I'm going to show you how you would traditionally play a chord on an organ. You would be playing on the lower set of keys, and you'd generally be playing multiple keys at a time. Now what makes an organ tricky is that along with the keys in the left hand that you would play a corresponding pedal, which would be down played with the left foot, that would give you what we would call bass. Now all together, if I wanted to play a chord, I would play multiple notes in my left hand, and a corresponding bass pedal on the floor. As I change chords, I would change bass pedals. As you can imagine, this is not only potentially frustrating, but also for some students a bit intimidating. Electronic instruments afford you the opportunity not to have to do all of that work unless you'd like to do all of that work. First, I'm going to play you a little small piece of a song doing all of the work with my left hand, playing a corresponding foot pedal, and using my right hand on this top level of keys. I'm going to play a portion from the selection Moonlight in Vermont. Now I'm going to play that same selection of music, but I'm going to use a feature that is on a Lowry called an easy button. On other electronic instruments, it may be called something a little bit different. On our Yamahas, it's called a one-finger chord. When I turn this feature on, one thing you'll notice is that, well, a light came on over here called the auto bass, and what that's going to do is it's going to play those pedals that I played on the floor. What's going to play those for me? It's also going to give me the ability to take all of the fingers that I used in my left hand and boil them down to simply just one or two. And I find it hard-pressed to hear a difference between what I did with all of my fingers and my feet and what I'm about to do now. Here's the same selection. It's as easy as that. Here is the same selection played on a digital piano. Despite this having 88 keys, the keys being a bit heavier than they might be on the organ, and despite it sounding like a piano as opposed to sounding like an organ, it still gives me the option of taking advantage of a feature so that I don't have to play all of the notes in the left hand unless I'd like to. I can disable the feature. At that point, it would act exactly like an acoustic piano. But with that feature on, I can play the minimal amount of keys involved so as to become maybe less frustrated. And for a beginner, it will allow them to see progress much more quickly. Here's what the same selection sounds like with the piano. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it made sense. If you have any suggestions for topics that we could cover in the future, feel free to reach out to us. You can call our studio at area code 401-277-9800. You can reach out to us on Facebook at Keys to Fun Music and Lesson Centers. Or you can visit our website, www.keystofunmusic.com. There you can sign up for an email where you will be contacted when the next program will air. Keys to Fun is located at 1665 Hartford Avenue in Johnston, Rhode Island. We specialize in teaching adults 45 and older to play the keys for fun, but we do give private lessons to everyone.